Hello everybody, it's me, Alexander, also known as Sports Talk Guy. And before we get this video started, I'd like to say one thing about yesterday's video, is that when I said that I'm going to be recording in sessions in multiple videos, normally about 7 videos to get through the week, I'll be wearing the same clothing, just so no one's like, what the fuck are you wearing the same clothing for? So this is going to be the same for the next few videos. Philadelphia Flyers. Go Flyers. Anyways, let's talk about Adderall. Adderall. What is Adderall? Adderall is a drug normally prescribed by a doctor for people who have ADHD. If you don't know what ADHD is, it's a thing you're born with, and it's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. I don't have ADHD, so I'm not going to talk really about ADHD since I don't really feel like I should be talking about that. Anyways, Adderall. The discussion about Adderall now is, what does this have to do with the sports world, you ask? And more importantly, maybe the NFL? Well, about the Seattle Seahawks, currently one of the last teams remaining in the NFL playoffs, is that Adderall is considered in sports right now a PED, a performance-enhancing drug. Performance-enhancing drug is a drug that's supposed to help step your game up like steroids. Steroids would be also an example of that. Now, why am I talking about Adderall and maybe not something more controversial? Well, in my mind, I don't think Adderall is as bad as it's set out to be in how it's considered cheating. I do think steroids is cheating. That is cheating. And I'll explain why I think one's cheating and why it's really not. First off, Adderall. Why I don't think it's cheating in football. I'll explain baseball after this. Why I don't think it's cheating in football is because you're taking it in small dosages. You're taking it normally before a game. And what Adderall does really is it gets you more sharp in focus. You gain focus basically. You think more, you think quicker. It helps mentally, a lot mentally. Make quicker decisions. That's what it's doing. And you get a little bit more hyped up, a little bit more hyper, more excited. And that's what happens. And now there are some negative effects to it, but then I do my research on this. I promise you that I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't do research or know what I was talking about. Taking Adderall can be bad when not prescribed for a doctor. Anything can be bad when not taken prescribed for a doctor. And of course you're getting it illegally because it's not supposed to be used illegally. And that's the argument. But Adderall isn't bad for you if you take it once a week. Just think about it. People who have ADHD are taking it daily in a high amount. These guys like the Seattle Seahawks DBs who allegedly are taking Adderall take a small dosage before a game and it just helps. Is that cheating though? Is sharpening your focus cheating? I mean, Gatorade is supposed to help you get you hydrated, and I get that, but let's think about it. Wouldn't just drinking 15 cups of coffee, which would be awful for you, before a game do the same effect, except it would be a lot worse and probably a lot more unhealthy? Let's just think about it that way. Is it really that bad? It's just helping you get a little bit of an edge? I mean, now why I think it's not bad in football, and I'll talk about steroids after I talk about this, why it's bad in baseball. Why Adderall is bad in baseball. In baseball, you're playing 162 games in about 180 days, give or take. Taking it daily like that for someone who doesn't need it, that's bad, and that's when it becomes unhealthy, and that's when it becomes a problem doing it daily. I don't think it's a bad thing to take it to help your game. I think it's a bad thing to take it because it's unhealthy. That's why I don't think Adderall is bad, especially in football. It helps step your game up. I'm not going to lie. I play baseball. I've taken Adderall before a game. Does it help? Yeah. Has it set my game up? Yeah. So, that's the discussion there. And now why steroids are bad. Here's why I don't like steroids in any sport. Steroids helps you in almost every way possible. It makes your muscles stronger. You could potentially run faster, think sharper, all that stuff. It helps you out so many ways in a lot of sports, especially baseball, because I play baseball, and I've also known people in football who've taken steroids. I know people who've done that. It happens a lot in high school sports, a lot more than you might think, that people are taking performance-enhancing drugs. Steroids are bad because just the cheating aspect. You get so much. There's people who I've seen, and I'm not going to throw anyone on their bus, but there's a kid who went to my school. He's a D1 quarterback now. He just graduated the year before I am. I'm graduating this year. He graduated last year. And he went D1. I'm not going to say where. I'm not going to say who he is just because. And I'll tell you what, 2 years, his sophomore year, he was a small little guy. Oh, he's tall, but he was skinnier. 2 years later, he took steroids throughout the final 2 years of college. He's now big. He's faster, way faster. He's a mobile quarterback. And he's so much stronger. He shook off tackles from DNs like it was nobody's business. And that's why I think it's bad. And then in the baseball side of it, it helps you just strength is so huge in baseball, especially when it comes to hitting. Just your like hitting like Barry Bonds. We'll talk about Barry Bonds maybe another day. He cheated clearly. Does he deserve to be on the Hall of Fame in my opinion? No. I'm going to talk about that later. In another video in the future, I will talk about why I don't think he should be. So yeah. And that's basically that's the fight for me for Adderall. I think it should be allowed in baseball, or not baseball, football, in any sport that you don't play daily. I think it should be okay because you want to keep players safe, and player safety is, well, taking Adderall daily isn't good unless you have to, right? Right. I mean, I know I've read the side effects. There are certainly problems with it that come with it. I get it. Taking it daily though isn't going to hurt you. Anyways. Me, Alexander. I'll be signing off now. Sports Talk Guy. See you guys in the next episode where we talk about another thing related to sports. Until then, peace out.